we just came off of one of the craziest, in my opinion, government interventions in the real estate market that we've ever seen. So basically, from COVID up until real recently, a lot of people were not making payments on their mortgages and they weren't in default and their houses weren't taken. And so right now we're seeing the aftermath of that intervention. So almost everything going to the auction block in the markets that we track, and we do track Georgia and we do track Texas every month. We do that because all the auctions are the same day. It's Super Tuesday. And what we're seeing is upwards of 60% of the properties that actually go to the auction block, or they go to the courthouse steps.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Welcome, everyone, to the Real Estate Pros podcast. I am your host, Q Edmonds, and I'm excited to be here today. I'm excited that I've been graced with a patient man because we are having some technical issues, but I'm so thankful for this gentleman that's here. I'm excited for you to get to see things through his lens. He does, great success in the REO market. He's just doing some just amazing things. And I'm going to let him actually give you the download because I believe he's such unique at what he do. And that's just my perspective. When I just think about what he's told me so far, he really does a great job at what he does. And so I'm going to let him actually tell you all the minute details. But please know that we're going to get a ton of value today from Mr. Rick Kinzer. Mr. Rick, how you doing today, sir?
Good, Q. How are you?
Oh, man, I'm doing good. Again, I thank you, sir. I thank you for your patience. And man, if I'm being honest, I kind of just want to dive in. I want the people to get a clear view of what it is that you do. So if you can tell us what are you involved in? Like, what are your main focus these days? Even if you want to tell us a little bit of how you got started, I'm sure, we love origin stories. So if you want to go into that a little bit, that'd be fine as well. And then also tell them what market you're operating in.
Awesome. Thanks again for having me. We're super excited to talk about our business. My name is Rick Kinzer, and we are partners in a company called Sell24. Our business is really tied to purchasing REO assets. So we buy properties that have already gone through the foreclosure process, that have hit the bank's balance sheets, and we purchase homes basically nationwide. We do focus a lot of our interest in the Atlanta and the Dallas market, but we currently own properties in Arkansas, West Virginia. We do deals in Colorado, and we have an active portfolio that we're looking at buying that's got properties in Kentucky, Illinois, basically all over the United States. So our unique value prop is that we have relationships with some of the larger servicers and also with a lot of the auction houses that liquidate. So we're able to go in and buy these assets. We purchase them in cash, and then we take those assets and we put them into the market. So
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
We move assets through different channels. We will wholesale assets and sell those to investors before we close. I'd say a large percentage of our properties we're pushing through a wholesale model where we just do a clean out and then ensure the property's move-in ready, put it on the market at an extremely discounted rate. And then on the properties that are more attractive, we will actually do the full fix and flip. So we do have a couple of fix and flips going right now that look really good. I mean, they've got a lot of profit and a lot of opportunity. And we are always looking for buyers that want to get involved and purchase some of these deals.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I think what I want to ask, some of the like key to your, what's been some of the key ingredients to oh, you got to plan with it. This is amazing.
Thank you. You were breaking up a bit, but I think you're kind of asking what are our key ingredients and kind of what makes us different, pulls us aside from, anybody else that's doing the same thing, right? Well, I'd say our first key ingredient is that we have relationships that we built over years through these servicing departments and through these auction houses. So we have quite a few opportunities where we can go in with the relationships we built and we can bid and we can make offers on
This is so
properties that
frustrating.
would be harder to reach than other people that don't have the relationships with some of the servicers, investors, small banks, credit unions, or the auction houses. We also can buy properties in bulks. So we can go and buy a pool of homes, 10, 20, 30 at a time. We do buy everything in cash. So we can say, hey, we'll make a deal on this portfolio. And then as we buy those properties, we can split those up once we own them and we can sell direct to investor. We can put them back on the market. We can pull kind of any one of our liquidation channels into play. We love to just acquire as much as we can and we want to get it for as cheap as possible. And ultimately we want to put it back out there into the investor pool as an opportunity for fix and flippers or people that are wanting to own rentals to be able to purchase these assets at an attractive price where there's enough yield on the fix and flip, or because your acquisition price is so low, if you're buying rentals, you can create a really strong cap rate on the properties that you're looking to acquire from us. We do work with tons of different investors right now. We're building out buy boxes. Talked to a gentleman yesterday who has a super unique buy box. He is purchasing in Mobile, Alabama, Augusta, Georgia, and also Columbus, Georgia. So not a major market guy, but also markets that you can acquire properties for, 35 to 40 cents on the dollar pretty easily. And if you're in it for the long game, those are just amazing rentals. Just a great place to put your money. And so we can work with these investors. We can go and try to find properties that specifically meet every one of their needs.
Mr. Rick, man, and I appreciate you so much. And then thank you for taking us through some of the secrets of your sauce, some of the secrets of your systems. I really appreciate that. Now, I know you have an amazing team behind you, and I know things are not particularly always easy in this climate. And so, I like to say that we show people the success, but sometimes we also have to show them the journey. And so,
Sure.
have you guys, have there been moments when things got real? Maybe when deals have gone sideways?
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency, it's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
Maybe time when you had to pivot fast, like, are there any stories like that? And again, because I want people to understand that while going in the journey to success, you will hit some ups and downs. And so I would just, you're
Sure.
building, things are getting successful. And I was just wondering maybe if you could share a story like that that's relatable to the audience.
Yeah, I mean, in any kind of business, you're going to have ups and downs, and your opportunities are going to evaporate. So you have to make sure that you have more opportunities in front of you. So we did have a relationship with a servicer when we first started the business. We had a 30 pack that we were selling, and unfortunately, the day before we actually closed our first deal, they pulled the whole thing from under our rug. So, and then also each property is going to, have its own dynamics that you have to be ready for. We have a property currently that's in eviction status that keeps getting delayed out. So, that became a 30-day hold, and it's going to end up being a 5-month hold. So you just have to be able to basically overcome those issues that you have. And I think that one of the big things that allows us to overcome those is that we do hold a lot of assets at any given time. We currently have 9 properties going. We're purchasing another 10 pack next week. So as each one of these deals moves through the pipeline, yes, we might have issues on 10, 20% of those deals, but we have enough business moving that we can still continue to operate and push the business. And eventually those properties will fall in line, whether we end up having to keep them as rentals or once we're able to disposition them, they'll be profitable. We're purchasing them at a low enough price that we have the flexibility where we could sit on the asset for 6 months versus just dumping it overnight. I tell people all the time that we're not wholesalers. We don't have a 2-week contract. I don't expect you to, give me $10,000 in earnest money and then wire me money at the end of the week. We own the asset, so we have more flexibility with that. I think that gives us a great, strong upside that when we are presenting a product to our end buyer, you can do all the due diligence you want. You can go in there, you can get a contractor in. We're not trying to blow smoke and mirrors at you. We want everybody to make money. So, and if somebody buys a good deal from us this week, they're going to be more likely to buy a deal from us next time they have another need for another property. So those are some things that we think are pretty cool that we do. But yeah, of course, adversity is going to be something that you're going to have to deal with every time.
Absolutely. And I love your mindset. I love the way you approach tough situations, man. And I think, that's really good. And I know our viewers, I know everything you just explained so far is really going to connect with our viewers and really help them sometimes. Because we talk about mindset shifts a lot here. And that's what it's all about, making sure that your mind is in the right place, making sure that you're looking at what you need to look at and looking at it in an objective way. And so let me ask you this. What is the next real goal for you in your business? Like, what are you looking to solve or scale next?
Yeah, so I think what we're looking at right now, and we kind of have to look at trends and kind of where the market's going, where the market's been. We just came off of one of the craziest, in my opinion, government interventions in the real estate market that we've ever seen. So basically, from COVID up until real recently, a lot of people were not making payments on their mortgages, and they weren't in default, and their houses weren't taken. And so right now we're seeing the aftermath of that intervention. So almost everything going to the auction block in the markets that we track, and we do track Georgia and we do track Texas every month. We do that because all the auctions are the same day. It's Super Tuesday. And what we're seeing is upwards of 60% of the properties that actually go to the auction block or they go to the courthouse steps, they're 21, 22, 23, and 24 vintage.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
FHA and VA loans. So they're all super high LTV. Hardly any of the loans have been paid off because a lot of times these people haven't made more than a couple payments before they went into some level of protection through the government, whether it was a modification or a forbearance. And so as those go through foreclosure, they're going through foreclosure at extreme high numbers. So the credit bid on a property that's only worth 350,000 might be 330,000. So nobody's buying that home. Like there's no reason that an investor would purchase a property without any yield. So what happens to that property is it goes through the HUD pool process, and HUD ends up, paying out a guarantee to that investor because those are insured mortgages, both FHA and VA. The HUD insurance program takes about 6 to 8 months. So during that process, that property is going through eviction or it's going through property preservation or whatever has to happen to keep the property from going into any kind of level of disarray or making the property worse. And so those properties will be moved through this HUD pool process by, starting this coming spring into the summer. And so we feel like the opportunity to get involved in REO is awesome right now because there is going to be so much REO that gets paid out through HUD pools and will have to be liquidated come June, July, August of next year. And that process, pending any government intervention, which who knows, they could jump in and throw more programs at people. But if more programs aren't thrown at people, you're going to see so many opportunities in REO, and it's going to last for a couple of years because that pipeline of FHA and VA paper is pretty much never ending right now. And you're going to have great opportunities to pick up properties at really good prices. And we're going to buy those properties. So we want to be able to purchase everything we can. We want to have our capital in line that we can acquire as much property as possible and then deliver those assets to our
Mm,
investors.
I love it. I hear your concern for your investors. When we was talking earlier, you was talking about your team, your unique characters. So quickly, I want to talk about relationships. It seems like relationships are very important to you. And so when it comes to building relationships and growing your network, what's made the biggest difference for you?
So I think consistency is one thing that always has to be taken into play in this business. Nothing comes easy. You're just not going to make money overnight in real estate. And I know that people will disagree that watch TikTok that, the guy that drives around in the Lamborghini who said he's, wholesales 5 houses a month. Well, he rented that Lamborghini and he probably has never done a deal. So I think that staying on top of our relationships with the banks and the credit unions, engaging with our buyer networks, and just constantly being available too for our clients is one of the most important things. Just real basic business basics, right? And yeah, the relationships are key. I mean, in this business, it's super small. We joke all the time that, the real estate world is extremely incestual, right? Only a certain number of people do all the deals. And so finding those people, building relationships with them, and then also putting out a good product, like making sure that everything you put out there is a legitimate deal. Um, if we can sell properties to investors and they can make tons of money on it, they're going to buy more properties from us, right? But if I sell a bunch of crap to guys and they end up losing cash, like they're not going to come back to talk to me again. They're going to block my number on their iPhone. So yeah, I think relationship building and continuous relationship building is probably the key to success in the real estate world right now.
Yeah. Now I couldn't agree more that relationships are everything in this space. And so listen, I appreciate you listening. before I get you out of here, is there one last maybe thought that you wanted to leave? Maybe some kind of inspiration, encouragement, maybe for people that's listening. Got people different walks of journey on their life, and just is there any kind of advice maybe you wanted to give to somebody?
It's like a keep grinding kind of mentality, right? Like it's been a really hard couple years, right? Everyone's transitioned out of the boom years in real estate, and it's been tough. I got a lot of buddies that just got their butts kicked left and right. As soon as rates went up and all these government programs hit, and the real estate market slowed down, but opportunities are still there. You just have to jump on them, and you have to stay focused. And instead of having like a 2-week plan, maybe have a 2-year plan. You know, build out your networks and start grinding today. So I think that's super important, is just to show up to work every day and freaking go chase that dollar, brother.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, man, listen, I appreciate you so much, Mr. Rick. I appreciate your story, your time. I appreciate your professionalism. Appreciate your grace, man. I really do, man.
Hey,
you know,
anything to
yeah,
help Q.
I appreciate you, man. Listen, if someone wanted to reach out to you, collaborate with you, learn more about what you're doing, is there any information, any connectivity point that you want to give from our viewers to be able to connect with you? Please, man, please share it at this point.
Yeah, so I can be reached at Rick at sign SELL, the number 2, the number 4 homes.com. So that's sell24homes.com. Hit me up on my cell phone, 720-626-3014. We are out of Denver, Colorado, but we focus a lot in Atlanta. We are looking for people that want to buy properties from us. So if you have a buy box, I want your buy box, because I want to be able to put something in there for you. So those are the 2 major ways to get a hold of me. You can also visit us online at sell24homes.com. And we do everything from purchasing properties in cash to buying pools of properties to analyzing portfolios for businesses. So one other side of our business is we have a really robust tech package. So if you're an asset manager and you've got 400 homes that you need to liquidate, we can give you a value on all those and possibly even buy the whole package. So as he disappears into the abyss, hopefully everybody enjoyed hearing about us. And like I said, if anybody wants to reach out, has any interest in this kind of business, I know REO is super hot right now. We've been jamming every day with people that are looking to get involved from a financial capital standpoint. We're always looking for investors, specifically investors that want some kind of passive return. We're targeting pretty high returns on what we're doing right now. So if your money is in a money market getting 3.6% and you are interested in getting in REO, we might have a great opportunity for you to throw some more capital at something that's going to have a higher yield. So that's kind of where we're at. And we also have a couple properties for sale right now too. We actually have about 16. So if people are buying in rural Arkansas, the Atlanta market, Dallas market, West Virginia, or Colorado, we have properties available right now. And then if you have more of a Midwest or East Coast focus, we actually have the opportunity to pick up quite a few properties in Illinois, Ohio, vacant properties in New York. We are not doing anything occupied in New York. We have a couple New Jersey opportunities, and then we are starting to see quite a bit more paper coming in Texas. So those are kind of where we're seeing a lot of our product right now. We also have access to a ton of occupied homes. So if there's an occupied buyer out there that is interested in buying some really cheap occupied homes, that is one thing that we can purchase, but we do want to have a exit strategy for that, because we really don't want to hold that paper for the period of time that's going to be required for the eviction. But if that's what you're into, we can get that for you too. A lot of it. There's a lot of that.
Man, Mr. Rick, you You are the man, sir.
Q, you're back.
I thank you, sir.
All right.
I appreciate you, man. I just appreciate you, man.
No
Listen,
worries.
you have been great. You have been stellar. I know our listeners are going to take a great lot of value away from what you have given on this episode today. And so I thank you for being here today, man. Again, I thank you for your story, your patience, your grace, your professionalism. Just appreciate you today, man. Honestly.
Sweet. Thanks, Q. I appreciate you letting us talk about our business.
Absolutely. So listen, everyone, y'all heard Mr. Rick. The guy's been great. You got value from what he said. Listen, we want to make sure that you are subscribed. That way you can continue to get the valuable content and the valuable nuggets that our guests continue to bring time after time. And Mr. Rick was no exception today. He just did a great and phenomenal job. And so, Mr. Rick, I thank you again. And listen, to everyone else, we will see you on the next time.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.